All content is publicly sourced and used under the USA Fair Use and UK Fair Dealing Guidelines. The things I say are strictly my opinion. Good morning, everyone. It's the Bizzy Bee with the Royal Tea. Happy Monday, August the 10th. Before I get started, I wanted to say R.I.P. Harley. He is my partner's mother's boxer. He was 12 years old. He passed away this last week. I was really sad. He was such a good, sweet boy. Couple of better pictures of him. That was a recent picture. He was so sweet. Let's get started. I've been away for a week. Last week was a crazy week at work, everyone, you guys. I didn't get to make any videos last week. I usually do these when I get off work in the evenings, but last week I was so busy, I was just burnt out each day, and I didn't have any of the Markle sparkle left in me to make a video. So sorry about that. It'll be better this week. Let's get started. This is a Danbury mint that I have, a replica of Windsor Castle, and as you see, there's a piece of trash in it. My partner opened up a letter and dropped it on top of it, and a piece of it was left there, so I said to him yesterday, there's a piece of trash in Windsor Castle that needs to be removed, and it is not Meghan. As you see, he didn't remove it. For today's History Minute, we have Margaret of Anjou, Queen Consort of Henry VI, tenure as Queen Consort. She had 2 rounds at it, 1445 to 1461, 1470 to 1471. At times, she personally led the Lancastrian faction in the Wars of the Roses. She was praised for her courage. Due to Henry VI's frequent bouts of insanity, Margaret ruled the kingdom in his place. She was taken prisoner after the Lancastrian defeat at Tewkesbury. In 1475, she was ransomed by her cousin, King Louis XI of France. She went to live in France as a poor relation of the French king, where she died at the age of 52 on the 25th of August, 1482. She was buried beside her parents in France, but her remains were scattered during the French Revolution. Everyone, I'm sure you can tell by the thumbnail that Meghan has a new A-list BFF, allegedly. I don't buy it for a minute, because the sources for this story, the origins for this story are Meghan's secret sources, as they say. So, I'm sure you're wondering, who's behind that question mark? Well, drum roll please. Adele. Yes, Meghan says that she is BFFs with Adele now. They're doing Pilates together. Of course, they live in the same neighborhood where Tyler Perry's house is. Meghan's squatting in. Adele lives in that neighborhood as well. So, of course, Meghan's putting the story out there that they're BFFs. They could have passed each other on the street and waved, and that qualifies as being Meghan's BFF. Let's take a look. Meghan Markle and Adele growing close as the famous neighbors enjoy Pilates together. Meghan Markle and Adele are reportedly growing close as they enjoy attending Pilates together. The Duke and Duchess became neighbors with the singer after moving to Beverly Hills in LA earlier this year, where they have been enjoying each other's company. I can't see anyone enjoying Meghan's company. That is straight up hogwash malarkey. Meghan and Adele have been having Pilates lessons, a source told the Mirror. They are loving it, adding the instructor has also been giving lessons to Harry. It's a great stress buster. Stress buster? What do these two have to be stressed out about? I keep hearing that they're under so much stress. Please, what do they have to be stressed about? They don't have the worries of a 40-hour work week like most of us. They don't have the worries of paying the bills because any bills they get, they send home to Daddy Charles. The check gets written. It's taken care of. They have no stress. They're not going through any health problems that we know of. There's nothing for them to be stressed out about. I'm so tired of hearing it. They're not working stiffs like you and I, who have bills to pay. Stress, my foot stress. And one thing I wanted to say, the last video I talked about channel memberships. I've decided to scrap that idea. There's too much going on in the world right now for me to be asking people for channel memberships, and besides, with the busyness at my work, I don't have time to be making several videos a day. I'm sorry about that. I should have never mentioned it. Let's get on. Anyway, and Harry's taking Pilates lessons. Harry doesn't even know what a Pilates is. He probably thinks that's something that you order at a chicken restaurant. After landing their 16 million euro mansion, the international pop star reportedly gave the royal couple tips for living in LA. After landing their 16 million euro mansion, landing their mansion. It's not their mansion. It's someone else's mansion, and they didn't land it. They're just squatting in it for a period of time until the judge throws them out. They live just 5 minutes away from, Adele lives 5 minutes away from their new luxurious pad. It's not their pad. According to the report by The Mirror, Adele was helping Meg and Harry find discreet areas, and even Adele was helping them find discreet areas. For what? And even recommended schools for their 1-year-old son, Archie. What do they need a discreet area for? A secluded neighborhood that there's a gate around with a house like that and other A-list celebrities live in it? That's not discreet enough for you? You have to have something even more discreet? Oh, jeez, these two. Adele's just 5 minutes away from Harry and Meghan, and they've swapped notes on the area. Adele loves the neighborhood. She's also recommended her 4-year-old son Angelo's preschool and discreet places to take Archie where they won't be bombarded by fans. Oh, okay, that's what it meant by discreet. Okay, if they need a discreet area, I won't even go there. Meghan admires how Adele has managed to keep out of the spotlight despite being a huge star. Well, I bet Adele doesn't call the paparazzi to come to wherever she's going to photograph her like Meghan does. That's probably how she keeps out of the spotlight. I've heard in the past that even being in LA, you can keep out of the spotlight if you're an A-list celebrity if you want to. But the people who don't want to be out of the spotlight find ways not to. Like they go to a certain store or go to lunch somewhere. They call the paparazzi, tell them, hey, I'm going to be there. Show up. That's exactly what Meghan does. If Adele can go around with her kid and not be photographed, Meghan could do it too. Oh, this is such a bunch of... These two, all they do is sit around and complain. They have nothing better to do with their time but complain. Let's get back to this. B, you're going on a tangent. Let's see. Okay, Meghan, a huge star. Adele's personal trainer, Pete Gerasimo, previously opened up about his fitness journey with the star after she shed a whopping 7 stone. When Adele and I started out our journey together, it was never about getting super skinny. It was about getting her healthy, especially post-pregnancy and post-surgery, he shared on his social media. She does look good. She looks amazing. I was kind of giggling because I was just reminiscing about something I told my partner yesterday. I told him that I was like Jessica Rabbit and I had a body for sin. And I said, the sin of gluttony. Anyway, Pete worked with a 32-year-old from 2016 to 17 on her world tour. When 25 dropped, that was the name of one of Adele's albums, and the tour announced we had to get ready for a 13-month grueling schedule. In that time, she warmed to training and made better food choices. Since she moved to LA, it's been well documented that she underwent some tough personal changes. It's only natural that with change comes a new sense of self and wanting to be your best possible version. Not just to survive, but to thrive. That sounds like some woke hogwash to me. This metamorphosis is not for album sales, publicity, or to be a role model. She is doing it for herself and for Angelo. Sorry, a real star doesn't have to do things for PR. They're a star because of their star quality and the work that they put out. Meghan has to call the paparazzi to show up and manufacture stories about herself. Meghan doesn't have a job. Harry doesn't have a job. The only thing they have to do is sit around all day, complain about how everyone is doing them wrong, the media, the British public, blah, 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 and to make up stories about themselves to make themselves look good. Some comments from the last video about Meghan's big day, her 46th B-Day. Allison says, geez, I cannot wait to see her flush down the toilet with the rest of her crap. Ms. Davies says, I call her fish lips and now realize she has a brain to match. Linda Yeager says, Didn't Jack Benny always say he was 39? Meghan must be copying him. Meghan doesn't have an original idea in her. Astrid O'Connor. Oh, there are days when I wish Henry VIII was still the reigning monarch. I think he would have found a way to deal with the likes of Meghan long before she got down the aisle. Trying to imagine what he would have said when told that a royal's bride-to-be did not care for the musty smell of the church. ROFL. Susie says, Bizzy, I simply love you. You should have been a stand-up comedian. If I have had a bad day, I listen to you, and laughter and well-being come back to my day. XOXOXO. Oh, thank you, Susie. You know, I thought about that for a short while, and I even created some jokes. And in the town that I was from in Georgia, on Halloween one year, they had... oh, Lord. They had a amateur night at the college. And I was in my early 20s at the time, and I wrote some jokes, and they were like a lot of bad jokes about the Kardashians, and oh Lord, I'm not going to say any of them right now because YouTube would probably throw me under the YouTube jail. But I went, and it was Halloween, like I said, and so I was dressed up like Queen Elizabeth I, and I had on the big dress, and I had my face painted, all my exposed skin, which was just my neck and my face. I had a ruff on around my neck, and I had my hands and my face and part of my neck that was exposed painted that white that she did. I had it on one of those big complicated red wigs, and I picked off some of my grandmother had a chandelier that had like these fake crystals hanging on it. I took some of the crystals off of it and I put them in the red wig. Oh Lord, I got down there, I had my set all done, and oh Lord, and they were asking for a driver's license before you get in to make sure that you're 21, and I didn't have any pockets on this big elaborate dress with the hoops and all that underneath it that I had, and so they wouldn't let me on because I didn't have my ID. Oh, shucks. That would have been great. I had some really good jokes written about the Kardashians. Well, I'll just do one. I'll censor it. I was going to say, what's the only thing that's had more... No, I can't find a way to censor that. Okay. So what have we learned today? Well, number one, there is trash in Windsor Castle that needs to be removed, and it is not one of the Harkles. 2, medieval monarch Henry VI suffered from bouts of insanity during which his wife was in control. Just Harry is one long bout of insanity, and his wife is in control no matter what. 3, Smegs is great at Pilates because of all the positions she had to put herself in back in her escorting days. 4, half-wit Harry thinks Pilates is something you need a shot of penicillin to get rid of. 5, Adele is not giving Mooching Meg any tips, as the only tips Meghan ever received was when she was working the pole before her acting career hit Z-list status. 6, after Smegs' next pregnancy, Adele's trainer can help Ms. Markle drop the baby weight. He can put his hands up her skirt and remove the moon bump. It will certainly not be the first time a strange man has run his hands up her dress. 7, Mrs. Harkle has finally found a place where she belongs, an LA sewer system with the rest of Hollywood's unwanted sewer trash. 8, Meghan has the lips and brain of a fish. However, these are not the only characteristics Megamouth shares with the scaly swimmers. A, fish have slits called gills that extract oxygen from the water. Mega has a slit that extracts money and opportunities from men. B, there are many known species of fish. There are many known species of megalomaniac, Caucasian actress, mixed-race duchess, African-American activist / politician / victim of the press. C, fish are often covered in a layer of slime that helps their movement through the water. Smega is covered in a layer of slime that helps her movement from man to man. D, cleaner fish help other fish by removing parasites from their scales. Meghan is a parasite that needs to be removed. E. Mythological creatures called mermaids are part fish and part human. The very real Meghan is part human and part evil gold digger. And the last thing that we've learned, number 9, if Meghan would have told Henry VIII she didn't care for the musty smell of the church, he would have told her that he didn't care for the musty smell of her blank. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit the notification button. Also, please tell your friends about me. I appreciate so much every single one of you. You've all been so great. I love the comments. I will see you all in the next one, and hopefully I'll have a surprise for you then. Talk to you then. Have a great day. Bye-bye.